requirements. So in terms of depth, this is where the technical parts begin. Technical content is expected from here, and usually this one would end up being between 8 to 15 pages of the document that you generate around there. Then after that, we have the next portion after requirements. We go to the issue of systems design. So under system design, this is where we do the database design. This is where we do the user interface design. This is where we do the system itself design. So those are the things that we work on under this portion. So if you have an email that is not working, you just need to change it on the chat, on the drive. And on the drive, what you do is you just go to the place that you are out with it, just next to your name, and you write the email that has a mistake, the one that you want me to substitute with. So you just go there for a F, you type the email that you want me to use, and I will be able to change for you. That's what I expect you to do. So if your email has a problem or you've written something that you feel I need to change, just go there and change there. So I was saying that you just go there and you edit the email that you need to be used, and I will just change for you now. Now is the time to correct such problems, because I do not want to hear these stories coming later on when you are expected to have a product. This is the time to raise those issues, and I'm ready and willing to help now. After this, please don't. I don't like those WhatsApp messages saying I cannot access WhatsApp, I cannot access Piazza. I don't like them. I want us to solve those problems now. Saying I don't know how to upload a document. Now is when you raise them if you have an issue. Okay. So I was saying that if I go to, so after the system design, this is also tied technical as well, just like requirements. That's what you come up with. Then the next portion after system design is implementation. So under implementation, this is where now you create the solution. So you do two things. You create the solution as well as document it. So this is where you create the solution by implementing it. So the other section is supposed to be now evaluation. So under evaluation, this is where you do things like testing of the application that you have created, and also writing a bit around the question of the future, or what you think is the future of the solution you have developed. So before I said that, you can see I started from literature review, but actually the beginning, and this is the way we approach it, we do now introduction. So introduction comes as the last thing, but is actually the first thing in your work. Why? Because in introduction, I want you to talk about the work that you have done here. I mean the sections, and you can't talk about that if you don't have past there. So our starting point is here. In practical, the way we do it, we start with the literature review, we go to methodology, we go to requirements, we go to system design, we go to implementation, we go to evaluation, and then we go to introduction. But the way they appear in your document is as shown here. So introduction is chapter 1, literature review chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7. Now, can you give them any other name? Yes, you may decide to use any different name, depending on your creativity. However, here add to the fact that the content I expect is what I'll give. So that is in terms of the order. Now, the reason why I'm giving you this is because last time there was an argument that I saw that was cartoon-like, that was saying that you have not covered the syllabus and all those kind of raising argument. So I am making it very clear that this is what is expected. Does it depend on me? Not at all. It's you. For me, I'll tell you what literature review needs to be done. You go and do it. You do rubbish, you have to repeat. You do it properly until you do something that is acceptable for that step. So you go to the next step and so on. So it's not a question of when, it's not a question. In fact, I'm uploading this syllabus on I'm uploading the syllabus that we have just written on Piazza so that you can be able to be seeing it. Here it is. So this is a syllabus. You will get what we have just written and developed together with Yanni. The aim of this course, and I need you to know, is just this. Is this. This is what is expected. You write an introduction, literature review, methodology, requirements analysis, system design, implementation, and evaluation. So the output of the whole process are three things. One, the process. What I mean by the process is that you cannot just, at the end, you disappear and then at the end you bring to me a report and a system. I will not mark that. And you need to be aware of that. I will not mark that because you must own the work. If somebody went and I'm the supervisor. This is not like an assignment. And I need to be very clear. An assignment I can give you today, you go and do your miracles and then you bring during the deadline. For the project, I need to be seeing your steps as you go ahead. So the process is worth 30 marks. If I give you a 0 for the process, you cannot get anything else. I mean, the rest will be, it will be like 0 for the next one. So I need the process. Then there is a product. The product is a system. There must be a software system created. There must be a software system created. This one is worth 30 marks. Nothing more, nothing less. The other one is supposed to be the documentation. What people call the report. Maybe I can use the word report for your case. And this is worth 40 marks. If any of this component is missing, please don't ask me about the marks. How do I assess the process? Is that each time on Piazza, you have uploaded work. Each time you have uploaded work. So look, I will expect you to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 or more uploads, depending on what I'll tell you. So you have more than 7 uploads and they are done within time and they contain the right content for that, then I can mark the process. I can mark the quality. The product is a software system that you will demo. That's a software system. There must be code artifacts. The report is the final one that includes all these sections. So that's what the report is all about. So if I miss a report, the rest is 0. If I miss a system, no software, the rest is 0. If there is no process, the rest is 0. There must be output for this. You know, unlike where, if you look at the report that I had written on the issue of the proposal, like, for example, somebody like what? Somebody like Jessica, for example, had not completed the work by there were gaps in her, but she corrected that in the final one. So Jessica presented that. Not only Jessica, we also have even Wesley. We also have even James Bogwa, whom you had nothing uploaded. You had nothing uploaded initially, but they corrected that problem as they went. Also, we have somebody like Catherine, like not Catherine, like Mongi Daniel. So what I'm trying to say is that unlike those where you can wait a few minutes and then you upload the final one and I accept, here I need to see part of what you're using. Yeah, I need to see to make sure that each milestone is uploaded. Please don't say it is not communicated. What is communicated is that these are the things we need to achieve. These are the things we need to write about. This is what I expect you to do. Nothing more, nothing less. If that is very clear and there are no questions, then so that you don't, please don't distract me. I mean, if you have an issue that you feel is a good one, raise it. That's what we agreed. Always make sure that you raise issues that you have. For example, there's something I said you do not understand, and you have tried to do your own bit, not making me become a parrot who repeats things that are obvious, and it's something that adds value to this class. Let me, that one I'm ready and willing to hear those kind of debates. Anything like saying that the lecturer is very strict, well, this is what I expect from you, nothing else. I mean, it's obvious. I am strict and it's okay with me. I'm strict because this is what I expect you to do. So let us not debate about whether I'm strict or not. I am strict and it's okay with me. I mean, this is what I expect from you. You are a graduate, you are a student who wants to graduate, this is what I expect. So if other people are doing cartoon work and you think that I'm more strict, it's okay. That is something that is this is what I want. It's clear from the onset. You can ask questions now. That's what I want to achieve. So you must know how to write. You must write well. No plagiarism, all those things. Like I said, this is what I expect. So the discussion around the question of what I expect from you, all those things is very clear from here. And like I've said, if you have challenges or questions, you can ask in class. I want to help you. And I do not take it for personal when you ask questions, no problem at all, as long as they are progressive questions. But for these questions and all that, please allow me to exit from there on the questions that are not helpful. So if you are talking about strictness, yes, I'm happy with that and I'm okay with that because there is what I want to achieve and there is what I want to achieve my students to have. I cannot accept us to do a project that is useless. I mean, something that is not helpful. So I need you to be committed to the work. Now, so that is more or less of what I would consider to be ground rules. If there's any question that you want answered, I would be happy. There is a question that Jessica is asking. My marks aren't uploaded to the spreadsheet. I don't know what you mean, Jessica. Oh, this is the last you've just written it, Jessica. It's not like they will not be uploaded. It's that you've just written your name. So uh, that's yeah. Now they are written. It's not it's just that you have just written your name now. Okay. So I think that is okay, and I think that is, and I don't see anybody having a question. If there were, I would be very happy to answer them. Now, today then, so the whole cycle, the whole job takes us the whole semester. And like I said, you are the one to dictate how you want us to move, not me. Dictate how you want us to move, not me at all. And uh, the issue of the distractions that may come that require you to start making me beg you to work. No, no, let us not go through that part. I'm not in any way interested in pushing an agenda that is not helpful. I want us to be very helpful to the class. The class, I want it to be very productive. So I don't know whether that is understood, and therefore I can go through the content. Okay. So I want to make a presentation on literature review, which is what I've said that we want to work on. And so allow me to make that presentation now. So what we have, we are going to have a literature review in our case. And that literature review will have not as a chapter, but as a section that is product research. So I need to put what is the difference between the two very clear for you to be able to understand that. So when you talk of product research, this is comparison of existing products which are similar to the one you intend to build. And analysis and review of that. Usually, for you to, like, say, this occurs at the end of your literature review, after you have done the investigation of the science. Remember, literature review is digging deep into what technology you are using. So when it comes to product comparison, which is very easy for most students, like let's say I'm creating a fleet management system, I will have a section like a quarter at the end of my work will be about product research. So, and mostly, I know you have covered human-computer interaction. You've done HCI course, and therefore you know about Nelson heuristics. So that's what we use to compare products. So you take one feature and a Nelson heuristic. You compare it. You compare those two products. You can compare like two products, like say a fleet management A for company A, a fleet management for company B. Then you take, for example, usability and a Nelson heuristic principles. Then you compare the two. Navigability, you compare the two. That's what we mean by product comparison. So I need you to understand that your project should be more than simply creating a product or building a system. That's why when you guys were making proposals that talk about creation of a fleet management, I was saying it's not an interesting topic because your project should be more than simply creating a product or building a system. You are a student of knowledge, and therefore you are looking at the way in which you can. There must be something to run. Find alternative and select a good way to pursue your project. Using references to justify your ideas will give your product credibility, or your show how you reflect upon and apply key theory by reading thinkers and commentators. What I mean by that is that you are in the literature review. If, for example, somebody had a product, maybe they did a project on, let me pick one example of a proposal that maybe is something that we can use as an example. So maybe somebody had a title of 3D modeling of a hotel reservation system or something like that. Or maybe let us look at even one that has more clarity. The issue is that the proposals, let me just look at one. Maybe I could have looked at one. So maybe somebody has a fleet management system, and one of the concepts in their research is a model viewer controller as a design pattern. So I'm looking at work done by somebody on the proposal is around investigation of model viewer controller for a fleet management system. That's an interesting one. So, and the model viewer controller is a design pattern. So it means this person will have to talk about model viewer controller in his or her work when it comes to literature review. What are design patterns? What are some of the gang of 4 design patterns, the 25 or such? You talk about maybe 3 or 4 of them, publish and subscriber, singleton. You talk about the MVC, model viewer controller. So I want it to be such that there is some research that is done around the question you are looking at. So why should you bother with research and investigation? The aim is that I would want us to have a conversation of intellectuals. That can only happen if you have read. You come and you just write for me some things that are cartoon, and it becomes difficult to engage you. So I need you to accumulate knowledge on what you're working. Understand the key areas of your work. So if, for example, you suggested a proposal like a fleet management system using model viewer controller. Model viewer controller is a form of design pattern. It's at the heart of what we call software reuse. Design patterns there. So I expect you to be able to show an understanding of those key areas. A good discussion is very interesting. So to allow you to reflect on how it will impact on your product. So when you design using MVC, how does it? So how should you do it? What activities are involved in terms of that? Originates with a question of a problem. It requires you to have a clear articulation of the goal, follows a specific plan or procedure, often divides main problems into subsections, guided by specific problem, question, or hypothesis, accept certain critical assumptions, and requires you to correct and interpret of some data in that. So literature review is therefore a review of literature, and literature is the stuff that has been published. So in literature review, I don't expect you to start talking about the system will do this, that kind of thing. No. Here is about what has been published, what has been published in your area. That's what I'm expecting to see in that portion. So the review, literature review is not a comparison of facts, but a coherent argument that reads with the description of proposed study. And a common misunderstanding is that literature review is a rendering of list of previous studies with sentences or paragraph beginning with such words as Smith found that or Jones concluded that. No. Literature review is a necessary step. You won't know if your problem has been solved or what related literature is already underway that. When performing the review, start searching professional journals. So for you guys, and I showed you how to use Google Scholar during the last class. So if my topic would be something like I'm investigating a research on an area of, let's say, model viewer controller as an argument. So if I'm doing research around that on model viewer controller as an investigation. So what I need to do is I will need, so let us say I'm talking about, so this is Google. I told you Google Scholar is Scholar. Google Scholar is a Scholar written poorly. So Google Scholar is a good nini for you. So like when you're here, you may say you're looking at model viewer controller design pattern. So once you search, these are the articles that you can get. Some of them are book, others are articles. And if there is a link here, these are the kind of materials that I want you to quote. Do not quote things like Wikipedia form. Those are do-it-yourself kind of site. I therefore want you to quote published articles, and Google Scholar has published articles that you will find. This is Springer. Code smells for model viewer controller architecture. These are, if you don't have that, you also have IEEE Export provides a lot of, so I'm saying Google Scholar is free, provides materials from most sites. This is another one that you can use, model viewer controller. If I come here, model viewer controller, and I search, you should be able to get a lot of materials around that, around those kind of things. So digital standard, and you can look at them and see which one is making sense for your discussion. So that is one way in which you can be able to look for materials that you can use. So when performing the review, start searching professional journals. Begin with the most recent articles you can find. Don't quote archives. Keep track of relevant articles in bibliography. That's why I taught you how to use Mendeley. Now you know. If you don't, then it means we wasted a bit of that time. So I will expect you. Remember, for this document that you are going to generate, I expect you to have more than 30 references. So literally, you should generate like 20 references, all done in one format. I still had a problem even in the proposal for some people, referencing in a way that we never agreed. So I need you to think that. Keep track of relevant articles. Don't be discouraged. Work on the topic is already under. For you, we have said, I just want to say that you can be able to follow that discussion. If it is data that you're going to use, and I looked at your work, nobody is working on that. So original data, but you will need to correct data at the point of correcting requirement from the customer. You have a customer whom you target to use your system. So you need to correct data. The data could be quantitative or qualitative. This will happen under the step on requirements analysis. So observations and such. Analysis of data is often published by the primary researcher, and that's, you will need some data. This will come at that. Secondary data, it's possible that you could use in your literature review some data that is published somewhere by somebody else, and you may want to talk about that. So we have a number of sources that provides you with data on that, or on various aspects. So good research requires high ethical standard is applied. no plagiarism, all assumptions and limitations are documented, data is well analyzed, all findings are presented unambiguously, and all conclusions are justified. Assumptions are those things that the researcher is taking for granted, given a test accurately and consistently measures the phenomena in question. So it's usually better to document an assumption instead of ignoring it, if they are. For you guys, I don't feel like that is a problem. So what to investigate, maybe HCI for introverts, HCI for mobile apps. I don't want you to just, because when I teach these using that, you may find somebody had written on the proposal that they are looking at design patterns. And then when I talk of HCI, they go ahead and use that. If yours is HCI, then it's okay. You need to investigate those concepts. I have said these are some. Use the portal, electronic library, Google Advanced Scholar, Wikipedia, unless it points you. I don't want you to go to Wikipedia unless it points you to that. Books, think of them, conference proceedings, respected websites. Why do you know if are reliable or how do you know if it's reliable or correct? Reads a lot, check a lot of content, and you become an expert. Be careful to check your sources when doing your literature. Like, you're not going to quote a magazine from Microsoft as a, because Microsoft will present what they know. I want you to present peer-reviewed article. So that's why I'm saying professional journals and conferences usually have each article reviewed by multiple people before it is recommended. So IEEE, ACM are good places to start with. The internet can be a good source of information. It is also full of what we call false science or pseudoscience and poor research. So don't just quote things the way you are doing, sometimes going to a page and then you put them there. Make sure you verify the claims of any documentation. It's not easy, always easy. The language may be complex, even when you write, and you realize that. Grammar issues, we have a lot of problems. Today, I still see students writing to me an email without a title. I don't even respond to it. At this stage of your first year, I can respond. Second year, but you write to me an email asking me, and you, or when you write, you start writing to me even a text message with the 14 question mark. When you think that you write like a professional. If there is a question mark, put one. Why put 14? Not needed. Put 14 question mark for what? Just write one. If you're going to use emojis, use one. Don't use 19 emojis to show a love or something. Doesn't make it better for me. So know how to write. The language is complex, but you are on a path to learning. Possible lots of uncertainty. Sometimes you may become confused. What was once black and white becomes shade of gray. Actually, a good thing because we want you to discuss that. Also, discuss with others. Some of you, I find funny. You start saying you cannot log into Piazza. Saizo, Esther is already logged and you have seen they have submitted the job. So you wait until the next class to come and ask me about that. Well, Esther is just a friend and a call away or even next to you. So, or even somebody else. So what I'm suggesting is that let us be people who can be able to discuss with us and learn. Understanding often comes from reading, and you need to do that. Comes after reading, and so on. So when do you stop? That's a question that we can ask. Make notes, not quotes. You often don't need to read the whole book. Read chapters, read the introduction and conclusion, read abstracts. I had a conversation sometimes with Jeff Dean who said he's the guy who wrote the Hadoop paper, very nice paper. So he says the guy at AI Google CEO, he said he reads abstract than the whole paper, which I find to be a good argument. So if they are available, read those abstracts. Try to summarize your reading. Reflect on how it applies to your project. this will become your literature review. In conclusion, research and investigate can help you make a better product, more relevant, more interesting, high quality. Your reading will become your literature review. Provide link chapters and appendices for your final report. Apply your background investigation to your product development. Write about how it applies. And the issue of copy pasting issue. I don't know how much I can repeat because if your report is copy pasted and I find it at the end, of course, I'll cancel the discussion around what I can do. I'll cancel it and I'll give you a 0 for sure. And no discussion about that. This is the clarity that I have in my mind. So if you're going to copy and paste, you better not engage in that because once I note, I'll give you a 0 and there will be no discussion. Questions? Looks like you have no question. So what I expect you to do now is that I expect you to work on the literature review. This is the literature review. And in this part, I want you to think of it like a way in which you can write a story. So a story, in essence, start with a general concept. If it is, for example, you are investigating design patterns. Design pattern is a concept under software reuse. So you could start by talking about usability of software. Then you talk about design patterns. Then you go ahead, you talk about the various ways. Now you specialize with the one that you want. You give examples of its use. So it should be a continuous discussion, write-up that has about those pages with references. Any other question? Now, for the guys with the email issues, I've said just go to the Google Drive. Go there and write your email. That's it. Once you write, I'll just add you. I have no reason not to add you now. This is when I said I need to solve those problems. After this, I don't want to hear about that I'm not on Piazza. So that's why I'm saying today, any problem you have, I'll add you. Andrew, I added you with the email that you wrote on the Google Drive. It said if your email, you want it changed, you just write it there. But after that, I don't want to be coming back to this and finding myself thinking about it. So, is there any other question? So if there is no question, if there is no any other question, so I am giving you, I've said that I expect you to write the literature review. So I've shown what I expect. So a discussion, be a person who has read, and therefore as you discuss, if it's design pattern, you present a discussion, and then you also then present examples with references. Cite your work, do the references as we say, and that will be the literature. Thank you so much. I think if there is no any other question, that is enough with me. Thank you, and see you during the next class. So upload that, the literature review, you upload it. The literature review, because it's a bit heavy, I give you, here is also something else maybe before I forget, very important before I forget. Some of these sections are heavy. Heavy in the sense that there's so much to be done. So like now, literature review, I'll give you 2 weeks for it. This methodology will be just 1 week. Requirements will be 2 weeks. System design will be 2 weeks. implementation 2 weeks, evaluation 1 week, and then introduction 1 week. So it's easier said than done, as you know. But so that means that next week, unless somebody has a question, I don't expect to see you. I'll see you on 30th. You have 2 weeks to work on the literature review. If you have questions, you can post them. You can let me know questions that I need to answer. So next week, we are not meeting. You will have time to be working on your literature review. So make sure that you upload it 1 day before the class. That means our class is on 23rd, our class is on 30th. The next one, make sure that you upload it on 28th midnight. That is on Tuesday. The job is already there for me to have time to look at it. So you have 2 weeks to think about it. Okay, so if there is no any other question, thank you so much. Have a good afternoon.